Okay, here we are at Niall's shop. Let's go find out how much this fixed autopilot is going to hammer the wallet.
Yeah.
Merhaba.
Merhaba. Günaydın, please. Hoş geldin.
Okay,
Yes.
so small problem?
No.
What are we doing today, Baz?
Well, one of the main reasons we're in Marmaris and probably staying here a few days is because of this little fella. You may remember the story of our pre-loved Raymarine ST6002 autopilot control head that we got from the Raymarine guy from Antalya or Istanbul, we're not quite sure. Well, it lasted a day, well, not even that really,
No,
on
half a
our
day.
shakedown cruise, and realistically this is the best place to get things fixed. Marmaris is renowned for being the mecca for boat repair jobs at a quick rate and a good cost. Yeah. So we've been in touch with the electronics guy who is over there somewhere, and we're going to take this little beauty to him, see what he says is wrong with it, see if it can be repaired, and look at our alternatives.
Yeah.
So we're going to get in the dinghy and bugger off over there.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Nice day for it.
We left the autopilot with Niall, the technician, and then visited the many chandlers in the area. After that, we decided we would do some sightseeing.
Well, we did say we were going to go and do the tourist thing, but we're still an hour and a half later in the same couple of streets where all the boat shops are, and you go in these places, you go, oh, I need that,
Yeah.
and I need that too.
Better get that.
Better get that. But one of the big things we have just bought for $140 is 50 meters of floating line on a reel that attaches to your stern rails, and then you can tie back to shore with it.
Yeah.
It's
Be a lot easier.
It's going to make life easier.
Yeah.
It's been on my shopping list for a long time.
And ever since I had to do this tying back the other day, it's been on my shopping list too.
And now that we've spent a lot of money, we are about to meet up with Kath, who is in Marmaris buying a boat.
Yeah, how
So
exciting for her.
we're going to hear their story
Yeah.
and see how they get on with their survey
Yeah.
over a couple of beers. Rule number 1. Never let a yachty loose with a credit card in a street full of ship's chandlers, because it was only the promise of an ice cold beer that managed to lure me away yesterday, otherwise I would have to be dragged off kicking and screaming. We went shopping. One of the big items we bought on our list was this. This is a 50-meter shoreline which attaches to the stern rail by this meaty connection here, and it's floating line, so that means we can tie back to shore, which a lot of places require you to do in Turkey simply because of the depth of the water, and we'll probably be using this a lot in Greece as well. So that was a great purchase for $140. Stainless steel, very solid, very good, very happy with that. In addition to this, we bought this so that when it goes ashore, it just clips around itself around a rock or around a tree or whatever we're wrapping it around, so that's easy clip on, clip off. Other things we bought was this little see-through and washable inline fuel filter for the outboard on the dinghy, and of course with that you need a couple of these hose clamps, so we got those as well. An electrical connection block, needed one of those, always handy to have those on a boat. Whipping, because Ansha does like to do some whipping every now and then, so nice stuff, pre-waxed, good stuff. And because she will be splicing ropes and then whipping, we got her one of these wonderful little tools to make the whole job a lot easier. You put this through the braiding of the rope, and then the bit you're going to splice, you actually feed it through and it slips nicely through and makes the whole job a lot easier. On our dinghy at night, especially in a busy place like Marmaris, in this anchorage in particular, we really should use an all-round white light. So we now have this wonderful all-round white light, which we'll be mounting, or we're actually still considering exactly how it's going to be mounted, but it has a very, very powerful magnetic clip on the bottom, and I forgot to put batteries in it, but it is very bright, an all-round white light, very good safety feature for the dinghy at night time. And finally, for the Aussies who've been going on about it for over a year now, look what we got! An Aussie flag that we can fly off the port side of the boat.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Oi, oi, oi! So that was our shopping spree yesterday. Today we've got to go back into town, and fingers crossed our autopilot should be fixed at a very reasonable price. Just had a WhatsApp conversation with Niall from the Autopilot repair shop, and he says he's ready. He didn't say how much it was, but we're going to go there now. I can't believe I've actually got butterflies in my stomach with excitement of actually getting the autopilot fixed and back on board, and I know it's daft.
Oh no, it'll make it so much easier in a few different ways. Like, so yeah, I haven't got butterflies, but just to be able to sit and not have to hand steer is a bonus.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when we're trimming the sails, then I can actually help with both hands instead of having one hand on the wheel and one hand on a line, that kind of thing. So yeah, it'd be much easier.
Yeah. Right, let's go and see the man. One of the things we purchased yesterday was an inline fuel filter for our outboard fuel. It's always good to monitor that sort of stuff because, you know, we're not always going to be in a civilized place that has a great turnover of fuel, and that leads to dirty fuel in some cases. So that was good. Glad that's fitted. Okay, here we are at Niall's shop. Let's go find out how much this fixed autopilot is going to hammer the wallet. Merhaba.
Merhaba. Günaydın, please. Hoş geldin.
Okay,
Yes.
so small problem?
No. SMD transfer minik. Here
Ah, okay.
and then here two diode couple.
Gone. Okay. So the big question, how much?
$100 okay.
So what's $100? 100 US?
Turkish lira.
Turkish lira, yeah.
Yeah, here.
597.
$100.
597 Turkish lira. Yeah. Okay.
No problem, yeah.
Yeah.
500.
500. 5. Okay. Let's see what we've got in cash.
Yes, yes, no problem.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yes, here. Okay.
50.
Yes.
450.
Yes, no
Good
problem.
deal.
No problem.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And you on YouTube too.
You
Why?
will be on YouTube
Thank you.
in 5 weeks.
Yes.
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Çok güzel.
Okay, so Niall's fixed the autopilot. A couple of diodes had broken and one of the little chips needed replacing. So he showed me that it functions. He did originally say it was $100 US, 570 lira. For cash, he took 450. So 450 lira.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So this is where you come if you need
This
anything fixed.
is the place for everything to be fixed here.
Yeah.
6A. That's for Niall. Tell him ABC sent you.
Next stop was the post office because we had a postcard to mail to one of our patrons. Along the way, we saw a little bit more of Marmaris.
We're just about to send our very first postcard off to our first $10 patron. That's Diane and Jeremy in the USA. And she's just using her best handwriting now.
The next day, we took a whirlwind tour around Marmaris Bay and watched a gullet towing another gullet back into the harbour.
If you are coming to Marmaris and you do decide to drop your anchor here in the northern anchorage, just be aware that during the day this water gets very, very choppy and confused with all of the boat traffic that happens to be around here. By early evening, as the wind drops and the boat traffic subsides, everything flattens out and you do get a really restful, peaceful night's sleep. Right now, this anchorage isn't very busy at all, but I would imagine in the summer that it does get very chocker very quickly. So if you can, I would advise getting into the shallower water so you don't have to have a lot of scope out, and that will reduce your swingage and less chance, of course, of banging into anybody else's boat. Another thing to be aware of if you are anchoring here, all of these pirate boats and day tripper boats, around about 9:30 in the morning, they all decide that's it, they're going out for the day. And there's absolute madness as they all try and beat each other to the best spots for their paying guests. They will just plow at full speed right through the anchorage here, so just be aware of that and keep your eyes peeled. The holding on the bottom here is very good. It is mud and we haven't budged an inch since we dropped the mantis, so that's a good thing too. All in all, Marmaris has been a great place for us to get some work done, and I would certainly advise that if you need anything repairing or looked at, then come to Marmaris if you're in the general area. Things can be done very quickly and at a reasonable cost here too.
Things don't always flow smoothly between us. Sometimes tempers can flare over the smallest of things.
These two black ones, hey? The white ones, these?
Short one.
I thought they were short.
Like the ones you use to tie to the bloody... That right in front of there. What's that?
One?
Use that. Do that. Short, easy to throw. That's it.
Yeah, there's only one of those that's short.
Well, there's got to be another one because we used one for the bloody mooring board.
Are you talking about going to the dock? That's not going to go around. Tell you what, you choose the lines that you think are going to be long enough.
If you want to throw a great big long heavy line, please go ahead and use one.
So, you see this bag full of lines?
Yeah, that's a long line.
It's not big and heavy though, is it?
But we can't just walk away when ABC needs her crew, so we push on through.
Do you just get me another line and I'll work with it?
Can you find anything else? It's wrong colour for you.
You know, you want to get an attitude adjustment.
So do you sometimes.
But at least I don't speak to you like, you know, like with sarcasm every 5 seconds. You change the rules, so I'm looking for something specific that you're telling me to find. I can't find it, and you get all shitty with me. I'm going to bring up the snubber.
There's already a boat on the dock. We'll call it, we'll just go.
By the time we're tacking out of Marmaris Bay, we've left it all behind and are looking forward to Bozzicali.
I was just saying to Baz, it's actually nice sailing.
Wind's dropping a bit and we're going that way, which is east, when really we want to be going south. So just going to keep going this way a bit until we get past the headland, and then we'll tack and see if there's enough wind to keep us going. There is another yacht coming around the headland that's got full sails out, so that's a good sign, hopefully.
Yeah.
See how it goes?
Yeah.
If we were going that way, it'd be perfect, wouldn't it? 4.8 knots.
Yeah.
Join us next week as we go to Bozzicali and watch the Coast Guard bring in a small yacht with engine trouble. Then Jim in his yacht Acheron tows the little yacht with us to Dacha. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe and ding that bell for future videos. And if you'd like to receive a postcard from us each month, do check out our Patreon page.